I've heard of suicides all the time, not just on TV or on the internet, but even in my own vicinity, which is why today I felt very responsible to come on here and speak to you guys about this. Now, before I go into the video, let me introduce myself. My name is Kartika Nair and you're watching Synchro Shakti. Many of us have been in situations in our lives where we felt so broken, so hurt, so powerless, so helpless to the situations in our lives that the only viable way to relieve ourselves of all this pain and suffering seems to just end it then and there. And I'm sure this thought has crossed your mind, it's crossed my mind, but what's happened more often than not is that the survival instinct has kicked in and we decided to sleep on it and just go through another day. So we went through another day and then another day and another day and another day, and then finally we came to a point in our lives where we could look back and we could say, thank God I didn't finish off my life then and there, because things changed, things got better. Did I just share with you a fairy tale? Is this something that has never happened to anyone on the planet? No, this happens to us all the time. This is life. Why? Because this universe that you and me live in has several laws. One of those laws is the law of impermanence, which means that in your life, there can be no situation that can permanently haunt you. The only reason something would seem permanent is because we hold it there in place by us judging it, resisting it, pushing it away, fighting it, giving it all the energy possible for it to stay there. So the power to liberate ourselves from the suffering is literally in our hands. One of the greatest fallacies of the human existence is that we overly attach ourselves to things. We attach ourselves to people, to relationships, to success, to results, to money, to situations, belief systems, ideologies. And when things change, or people go, or people die, or things don't go your way, we end up going into extreme depression, grief, and pain and suffering. Luckily for both of us, there have been masters who have been on this planet, some who even exist today, who have told us that we can't always control what happens to us in life, but we can always control how we respond to it. And this power that we've been given, that control we've been given for responding to life, is the power that we need not only to survive in this world, but to thrive in this world. Teachers have taught us that suffering is self-inflicted, therefore it can be relieved. All we really need is the right guidance and a little bit of practice. I want to take a few moments to speak to your mind, to your ego, to your sense of self right now for a few moments, because as soon as I tell you something, your mind is going to tell you the opposite. So I have to talk to your mind now and try to convince you that there is absolutely no circumstance in this universe, absolutely no situation, no matter how gory it is, no matter how horrifying it is, no matter how horridly, unfathomably messed up it is, a situation that has happened to you or you've inflicted on somebody else, no matter how bad the situation is, no situation in this universe has power on its own to tip you to kill yourself. Absolutely no situation. And everyone deserves a second chance at life, but also everyone has the innate ability to relieve themselves of suffering, because a lot of the suffering that we go through is not because of the situation itself, but because of this instrument we have called the mind, the thoughts that we have around the situation. So what you need is not so much to commit suicide, but to start having a little more mastery over your own mind and your own emotions. That is it. That is the only thing you need to flip yourself from absolute suffering and pain and misery to absolute happiness and joy. I could guide you, or pick up a book, pick up The Power of Now by Eckhart Tolle, or put on a discourse by Mooji and just practice what they're telling you. Just become the alchemist who can completely transform your life. This reality that you and me exist in is not what the TV is telling us. This reality is a reality of infinite possibility. You don't know what is possible for yourself. So give life a chance. We're all only quantitatively different, but we're qualitatively the same. We have the same amount of powers to shift our reality. All you need is the right guidance and deliberate practice. So on that note, if you ever need me in any capacity, just to hear you out or just to give you some advice or just guide you in some way for absolute free, no cost, just take a few moments to write to me at synchroshakti@gmail.com. Even if you want to come in for a paid coaching program, just come. Don't sit and go back into your head and try to end this most amazing gift you've been given for self-realization life. Don't do it. Don't end it. Alright? Everything is possible, and I will give you in writing right now that things will get better. Love you all. Please, if you know somebody who is suicidal, or you know that there are people out there in your locality or area who are depressed, suicidal, please send this message, send this video to them, share it on your Facebook, because this is something that is even in our own physical realities. We have to help if we can in any capacity. So if you can share this video, please do. And if you are somebody who's feeling suicidal, depressed, please email me, synchroshakti@gmail.com. I'm here for you. I love you. Thank you so much for watching. Namaste.